Come on down. You're the next contestant on Price is Right Wrestling. And Apollo Crews and Roderick Strong stole the show. But in this case, it was petty theft. Goodness me, what in the great name of Lord Cthulhu happened to this once proud brand? I'm John Reckner with my review of WWE NXT 2.0. But next week is NXT Heatwave. But before we get to that, we gotta talk about this show. Honestly, this show is such a hodgepodge of ridiculousness and staginess. And look, I get it. It's developmental. They're trying new things. They're trying to freshen it up. They're trying to just let people go out there and be athletes and be characters and be wild and crazy guys and girls. But good fucking God, some of this is a mess. Anyway, recap of last week's events and then people doing promos and then smooshing the camera. Smoosh, I smoosh you camera. And then we go to another person. And everybody cuts equally stagey promos, which some of these people, they actually sound like they are just being forced to say this stuff like at almost gunpoint, or somebody is being back off or the bunny gets it. It's like John Malkovich is threatening their favorite pet or their favorite stuffed animal, and considering that a lot of them talk like children still, that actually kind of makes sense. But anyway, the theme song is total ass. Total goddamn ass. Get me some better music if you're going to have theme songs for wrestling. So, Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark are talking about winning the Women's Tag Team Championship tournament. Good fucking luck. The 1-6 Mafia, they're going to take over. Oh boy, that was a great goddamn joke. If you get it, you get it. Kiana James taking on Nikita Lyons. Kiana James has done PowerPoint presentations about how Nikita Lyons is not the type of woman you look up to, and she's the type of woman you should look up to. I'm going to say right now, Kiana James looks like she's been living in the gym. She looks great. She has a great look. Nikita Lyons has a great look. That is it. The shine is really off of Nikita by this point. I understand that she had a knee injury, was out for a bit, but whew, her work is not very good. Not good at all. Kiana James worked on the arm, targeted the previously injured knee, some good psychology there. And then eventually, Nikita, and I don't know what she was going for. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to, say, hey, yeah, you should do this, or hey, do something like this, and it'll look great on TV. We'll add around it. No, oh wait, it's a live show. Oh, Nikita just launches herself, doing a cannonball or something. I don't know what the fuck she was trying to do, but she got caught up on the goddamn ropes like she was David Carradine. And good fucking grief, that was ridiculous. And she's trying her best. That's what Vic Joseph said. That was hilarious to me. But eventually, even though Kiana James dominated quite a bit of this match, eventually, kick, splits, 1, 2, 3. It makes sense because Nikita and Grandma Zoe are going to be, in this tournament, but Kiana James actually came out looking better here, and she also attacked her with her purse. No, not the purse or the business handbag or whatever the fuck that was. But good on Kiana James. I think she might be one of my favorites in NXT 2.0. She had a good showing here. So, Apollo and the Creeds are there. Apollo Creeds. If only they had a reference, or if only there was a reference to point back to, and we could talk about something that was like a sports-based movie. If only we had a sports-based product that we were currently watching on USA Network. Hey, big cable network. But nevertheless, yes, Apollo Creeds. Do you get it? Do you get it? They're watching footage. Roderick Strong tries to talk. Stop having Roderick Strong cut promos. Please. I'm fucking begging you. The good news is no Heavy Metal Von Wagner was on TV this week, so that was at least one positive. And Apollo and Strong are going to have a match later. And then we get a rounds match rule. So basically it's going to be for Tricky Dicky Williams and Wes Lee. Because they've had skirmishes and Trick Williams suddenly decided on, on the spur of the moment to just be a boxer. I don't know if Tricky Dicky Williams actually has a boxing background. If he does, great. If not, he's at least acting the part. But no explanation. None. I must have missed the explanation. Maybe they did in a barbershop segment and I just tuned out. I don't know. But it's just really where he suddenly is acting like a boxer. So anyway, the rounds match rules. 6 3-minute rounds, 20-second break between each round. The falls can be won. You can win a fall by pinfall, submission, or countout. One, once a fall occurs, the round is over. So if you pin somebody in like 30 seconds into round 5, that's it. Or if you pin somebody 5 seconds into round 1, then that means they slipped on a banana peel. But nevertheless, that's it. And then the first wrestler to win 2 falls wins the match. And in case of a disqualification or a knockout, that's it. The match is instantly over. That is like reverse battle royal bullshit. That is really, really gimmicky. That is overly fucking gimmicky. So anyway, Lash was then talking backstage to somebody on the phone, and then started talking to Malik Blade. And then they cut that off, and they go back to it multiple times. Tricky Dicky Williams with Carmelo Hayes taking on Wes Lee. Okay, these guys can work. This match was shit. This was not good. They had boxing gloves on. They abandoned that after the first round. And then they would go back to having one boxing glove on each hand after, because nobody had any clue what the fuck they were doing. Whoever booked this is a goddamn idiot. Basically what ends up happening is Hayes interferes. There's a big kick. 1, 2, 3. Williams goes up 1-0. And then the third round happens during the break. There's a crucifix pin in round 4. And Wes Lee gets that victory. And then in round 5, gets a glove and hits a punch. 1, 2, 3. And Wes Lee wins. I don't know what the point was. I don't care. Let's get to something better. Oh wait, no, we have to get through this thing first. First, Andre Chase is interviewing somebody or talking to somebody just off camera. Says, we'll get to the bottom of this. And then Thea Hale shows up. And then we suddenly see Ariana Grace, and she's got a black eye. And, okay, what happened is, I guess, Thea Hale and Bodie Gunn, I keep calling him Bodie Gunn because he literally looks like the long-lost son of Billy Gunn that's not in AEW. They were doing some kind of, I don't know, some game, and Ariana Grace ended up with a black eye. This is really stupid television. But then Chase yells, oh, we sell our differences in the ring. This happened on university grounds and everything. And why is this on a wrestling program? Why is this happening? What is going on? Why does any of this mean anything? Am I just so out of touch that 2.0 has just totally left me behind? Anyway, Carmelo Hayes is cutting a promo about Nathan Frazier, how he stepped up but then got stepped on. And then Nathan Frazier's music plays. But oh, it's Giovanni Vinci. Why does Nathan Frazier have Mega Man or Mega Man 2 Quick Man stuff in his entrance? I have no idea. But Giovanni Vinci is then talking to him and says, well, guess what? I want to face you. This was not good at all. Remember when this guy could have been like, he could have been along with Ludwig Kaiser for the glorious Kaiser on SmackDown and actually been taken seriously. Now he's a joke. And the guy's a good athlete, but this is a dumb gimmick. Just like the Maximum Male Models thing is a dumb gimmick. Watch them call him up for that, and it's totally fucking stupid. So, they're having a match for next week at NXT Heatwave. Package on Steiner and Devlin. I do not care about this feud at all. I hope Steiner wins. Honestly, if Devlin wins, you might as well just shut the brand down. Back to Lash with Malik, and Idris Enofe shows up, and they cut that off really quickly. I like Blake and Enofe. Or, let me try that again. Blade and Enofe. I like both those guys. They made the most of their TV time. I don't know what the point of this was. And then Thea Hale with Andre Chase and Bodie Gunn took on Ariana Grace. I would like to know what in Zombie Jesus I did to deserve this. What in the name of Zombie Jesus? Why is this happening? And Thea Hale, good on her. She apparently just graduated high school recently, and she's been training hard. Good for her. Ariana Grace isn't that much older. I think she's only 19. And these two should not be on a cable broadcast at any point. At least in the next year. Look, they got energy. They ain't got the... No. NXT 2.0 should be on Peacock. It should not be on a cable broadcast. I'm sorry. It just fucking shouldn't be. At one point, for the finish rather, Ariana Grace hit a variation of the Wasteland. Because I've had enough. And I'm going to see that you'll never take another drop of blood from me. Wade Barrett's theme. Apollo apparently has some sort of night vision camera stuff where he can spy on talents because he was somehow able to see the Creed's training along with Roderick Strong. And then he shook his head and then continued to walk. Why the fuck is this on a wrestling program? So anyway, Jesus. Solo has a sprained ACL, or PCL rather. Could have a sprained ACL. I think I sprained my ACL trying to jump to conclusions with this show. But Grimes talks to him, says, hey, you did a great job. Solo says, I'm going to be watching that North American title because I got to win it for talents like you and me. I got next. Grimes is still despondent. And then Apollo and Roderick Strong had a very, very good match. Well wrestled. A lot of good back focus by the Messiah, the backbreaker. Apollo kept firing back. I don't know why they did the apron bump. The hardest part of the ring. And again, good back and forth. Well wrestled. Can't get into too much detail about this, but it was pretty good for what it was. And then Spinebuster variation 1, 2, 3. Good stuff. Well wrestled. Both these guys can work. This stuck out like a goddamn sore thumb because there wasn't a lot of other great wrestling on this show because you have too many comically cartoonish shit gimmicks, but nevertheless. So now we are back to Lash with Idris and Malik, and they are upset and they don't want to listen to us anymore. And then Pretty Deadly Glory show up because we need more bullshit on this show, and they're going to have a match later. Oh boy, great. I have to see these two goofs. Not Idris and Malik. They're actually pretty good. So, Santos was talking on his cell phone while driving. Smart. And Sanga is mentoring Yulissa, Leon, and Valentina Feroz, and Casey and Caden show up. Cartoon Mouse, or Katana rather. Katana, not Casey, but the Cartoon Mouse. They were like, oh, we'll give you a title shot at some point. And they're like, we need to get better, is what they're saying. And Sanga is going to take them somewhere to get better, I guess. I mean, that's one way to use a 7-foot guy. They have used him really weird since reintroducing him after that brief Indus Share run. And then Roderick Strong is upset at the Creeds for not coming out to help him. But he had referenced earlier, oh, it's a test. That's why I didn't show up last week. Oh, it's a test, Roddy. That's why we didn't show up. And God, the Creeds fight more than the goddamn Manson family. But anyway, Jesus. Why did this Tony D and Santos feud ever happen? Because it's been bullshit ever since. It has been stagey, fucking ridiculous bullshit. Not good television at all. And both these guys can work. But this Santos absolutely needs to leave NXT soon. And speaking of which, one more match. If Santos loses, everybody and Legoland Phantasm stays behind, but he has to leave NXT. If he wins, then Legoland Phantasm are free. I'm guessing he wins and then they go up to Raw and SmackDown. Raw or SmackDown. I don't really care at this point. They're going to have a street fight. Oh boy, we haven't seen one of those since, last week with Solo and Von Wagner. Stop hot-shotting shit. Any company, stop fucking hot-shotting this. This isn't over, is what Tiffany heard when Wendy suddenly attacked her with night vision goggles in her locker room. Yeah, I wish this gimmick was over. Which one? Well, the stupid sleepy one, because it's dumb and bad for wrestling. Blade and Nofe lost to Pretty Deadly Glory because Briggs and Jensen can't figure out how to use a chair. And then Fallon Henley got knocked out by Lash Legend. And Idris and Malik can actually do some good work. I did not care about this match one bit. I didn't care because Pretty Deadly Glory, I don't care how good they are in the ring. The gimmick's goofy. I don't care. So, Grimes basically, I don't know who was talking to Grimes. I don't know who that guy was. I don't know who the hell that guy was. And then Grimes is going to go home. And Gacy's like, Joey and Gacy's like, to who? And Gibson and Drake, the former Gibson and Drake, Jagger and whatever the fuck, I don't get, Fowler. God, these are dumb names. Stop giving people dumb names. Can Shawn Michaels get his lazy eye to stop booking this goddamn thing? Anyway, whatever. whatever. God damn it. Just what. Cora Jade makes her entrance and then stands in the ring literally for 10 minutes. Because we have JC and Gigi talking about the rock star lifestyle and talking about being seductive and everything, and I will definitely agree when it comes to JC. They are going to change they're not going to change, but they're going to get edgier or something. And then Apollo cuts a promo that's interrupted by Grayson Waller, who says, I took one person out and I have no problem doing that. Foreshadowing 1001, because we're going to get Johnny Gargano coming back, because that's what NXT needs, a rehash of a feud that wasn't good. Well, actually, I think it was just Waller attacking him and taking him out, but nevertheless. So the Heatwave card, it's Hayes and Giovanni Vinci for the North American title. It is Tony D and Santos in a street fight, and Steiner versus Devlin and for the NXT title. Yay! Cora's been in the ring for 10 minutes, possibly 15. Hard to really care at this point. Nothing against Cora. Hard to care when the presentation is shit. So, Wade praises Mandy, and she joins commentary, and then we get Cora Jade versus Grandma Zoe Stark. And, okay, basically if Cora takes out Grandma Zoe, then she gets Grandma Zoe's title shot. The match wasn't bad. Vic kept blowing Mandy off, because why the fuck wouldn't he? Mandy's never really treated him with respect. Cool. It was fine. It was a fine match, I guess. Zoe can do the moves. Zoe's not interesting. Cora will get there, but it's going to take some time. At one point, there was like this inside-out suplex. She just lands right on her goddamn head. Cora does. That looked deadly. But then she got the stick. She got the stick out, but then the stick got taken away. And then Roxanne got the stick, and ha ha ha, I have your stick. And then super kick, knee to face. 1, 2, 3. Roxanne chases Cora away, and then Zoe hits knee to face, and there you go. That's it. That is literally it. That is all that happened on this show. Yay. Oh boy, what a show. Man, Heatwave is just looking to be like something that certainly will exist. But we here at Price is Right Wrestling would like to remind you to control the pet population. Have your pet spayed or neutered. Goodbye, everybody.